So Facebook actually just permanently banned multiple prominent people from the platform, describing them as dangerous. So you wanna know who was banned? I've got a list for you. Milo Yiannopoulos, Louis Farrakhan, Alex Jones, Laura Loomer, Paul Joseph Watson, and Paul Nehlen. They all got the boot, and if you just look at why they're famous, it's like, okay, yep, okay, yeah, sure.
There's some links.
That sounds about right. And this ban also affects Instagram. So they're banned off Facebook and Instagram because Alex Jones was banned temporarily, not temporarily, partially from Facebook. This adds Instagram in and it makes it permanent. Facebook says, we've always banned individuals or organizations that promote or engage in violence and hate, regardless of ideology. The process for evaluating potential violators is extensive, and it is what led us to our decision to remove these accounts today. And I just found this kind of interesting. We talked about it earlier in the meeting, but it's a tweet from the Washington Post. It says, we have deleted this tweet because it incorrectly included Louis Farrakhan, who they're saying he's anti-Semitic but not right-wing, and he's not a far-right leader, which isn't necessarily true. So Terrell J. Starr, who we've had on the Damage Report multiple times, he kind of pointed out how ridiculous that is in a couple of tweets, pointing out how Farrakhan's views are not too different at all from Alex Jones. And he also tweeted this: if Farrakhan has taught us anything, it's the fact that black people can aid and abet the day-to-day functions of white supremacy too. His straight cisgender black man orthodoxy excludes black people who don't fit his vision of black liberation. And I think this is just a really good example of why every media outlet needs more black people in their newsroom, because somebody could have told them the tweet was fine. You know what I mean?
And they faced a lot of pushback. Look, I'm no expert on his history, but it certainly seems like they're taking him out of that category because he's black and because right-wingers complained, and that's it.
Right.
The assumption is that if he is a high-profile black leader, he by definition has to be a lib, I guess.
Which is weird.
Yeah, it also seemed weird that they felt the need to categorize them by ideology here, because if they're banning hate can come from both sides, and so why do they need to further segregate them within that categorization? That didn't really make a ton of sense to me. It's funny, I'm on Instagram like every millennial, and when I saw that Alex Jones was banned from Instagram, it hadn't really occurred to me that he was like on it. Because when I think of Instagram, I think of like wearing a floppy brimmed hat.
People you want to see pictures of.
Right, exactly. It's like, why would I want to see him being like feeling cute, might delete later? No, thank you.
Yeah, feeling cute, might delete later. It's a photo of him topless eating pulled pork. Yeah, I don't think of it either.
You keep adding to this picture I have in my head. I don't want it.
No, and I mean, at least up until now, he'd been banned from virtually everywhere, but Instagram was a place where he could be, and hypothetically it was monetizable. So it was an important place for him at the very least. I don't know for some of the other figures how essential their Instagram activity is, but especially considering the bans that he'd faced in other places, for him, that was sort of, I guess, the last resort, other than obviously his website and all the related websites.
It's also like, I don't buy the idea that we have an extensive process and it just takes a while for us to go through the right channels and figure these things out. You didn't know Louis Farrakhan was hateful. You didn't know Milo was hateful. It took a program and an algorithm and a process. Come on.
Yeah, that statement, we've always banned hate and hate groups from our, no. Right. You fully haven't. Like that's kind of funny that they would kind of try to slip that in. Like we've always been doing this. No, you haven't. That's
the point.
Literally why the world is the way that it is right now. Right. Because they haven't at all.
The only thing that they've always done is harvest user data and sell it. That's the only thing that Facebook has always done, basically. I have a few problems with this, I guess.
Okay.
It seems like I'm not super familiar with some of the people on the list, but it seems like they're lumping in sort of different sorts of issues, all under the category of banning hate. Now they're a private company, they can do whatever they want, they can have whatever standard they want for banning people. This is not a First Amendment thing, this has nothing to do with the government, although that's what the conversation will be about. But I, at least as an outsider, in terms of what my preference would be for the decision to ban or not ban a person, generally, obviously breaking terms of service, can't do that. You can't inspire people to commit crimes. And for some of them, like with Alex Jones, obviously that's a very easy case to make, that they are inspiring people to commit, not just to believe hateful things or say hateful things, but to do hateful and violent things. For some of the others, it's not as immediately clear to me that that's the sort of threat that they pose. And for some of them in particular, like I have had to become aware of who Laura Loomer
Yeah, you have it.
is, because this is effectively this sort of ban. Like if she didn't have this to rail against with her little publicity stunts, she would fade away like Thanos had snapped his fingers, basically. Like this is what she is a person who has been banned from places.
But where do we find her if she's banned from everywhere?
Everywhere else on the internet, I assume.
I think she's in all of our hearts. We can all agree that Laura Loomer continues to live on inside our hearts or whatever.
So just really fast, just in case it wasn't clear, I think they're fully within their rights to ban literally anyone they want, including me, I guess. I just think the way that they communicate about the standards that they're setting, I think seem a little bit weird and could be clearer, and I wonder how they'll apply them going forward.
I think the standard is enough people have been mad about these people still being on the platform. That seems to be the only real thing. There's been so much pushback. That's really, I mean, if we're honest, like that's what it seems got Alex Jones initially banned for that first 30 days.
Yeah.
Not some algorithm. He didn't get lost in the sauce at Facebook. They just didn't care.
Right.
He was making them money. He was making himself a lot of money. And then I think enough people were angered by it, and he was taken to federal court by a bunch of parents of babies that lost their lives in a school shooting. And it was finally like, all right, I guess now we have to do something.
I mean, but there's something rotten in Denmark when it comes to social media networks, which is not a secret in any way. But I think that they don't understand what is good and what is evil. They just understand what is profitable and what's not profitable. And this move to me seems like a kind of ham-fisted, albeit I'm in favor of this fist of ham that they've applied today. It's a little bit of a ham-fisted attempt to kind of mitigate bad publicity. Like, okay, we did it, now we don't ever have to do it again.
Right.
I don't think that there's any genuine desire to do anything good at the root of it. I think it's a PR move.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also, like I know obviously, they've obviously been attacking this and they're getting signal boosted by people like Don Jr., who are saying like, oh, all the conservatives who aren't speaking up, they're cowardice, eventually they'll be banned as well. I don't think that Facebook is gonna be banning random people, obviously. I mean, look how long it took for them to ban even this limited people. But it does feed into that argument, I guess. It's one of the areas where I don't have a lot of sympathy for Facebook or any of these other massive social media companies, but they are, at least hypothetically, in a difficult position where obviously their inaction is irresponsible and dangerous, but any action they take is going to be used for these people who want to profit off of their victimhood complex and all of that.
But like doing the right thing is not always easy. That's,
Yeah.
To whom much is given, much is required. And they have been given a lot. They stole a lot too.
Yeah.
So it's time to do the right thing,
And keep doing the right thing.
Right.
Like this isn't the last time that they will have to ban people from their platforms.
Yeah, the platform is still gonna be used for organizing for white supremacists, and it's gonna be used to set up events that, Identity Europa is gonna show up to and all of that. Like, these are a couple of the most high profile people. It's the easiest to show a pattern of encouraging people to break the law. But there are all sorts of groups, that are still gonna be using social media platforms for organizing.
That's true.
Thanks for watching this free clip of the Young Turks. Don't forget to become a TYT member today. For more exclusive content, join now at tyt.com/join.